everybody, welcome back to Vegas Weekly for a Sunday, March the 7th, 2021. Hey, 3 times 7 is 21. That sounds lucky. Well, I'm lucky to have you joining us again this week. In fact, this is the return to Vegas Weekly. We haven't done a show for several weeks. We did a haphazard review of the trip on Wednesday, and I was happy I was able to get the vlogs up as soon as I was, and definitely got a lot of positive feedback on that. We're going to cover one big news story today. That's the sale of the Venetian and the Palazzo. And then we're going to go to PJ. He's back with another fine cocktail. And then we got a quick Vegas tip or trick. This is probably going to be a pretty short show, but I say that a lot of the time, and sometimes it isn't. I hope you enjoyed our abbreviated new intro. Got a lot of positive feedback on the goofy little song, as well as the brevity of it. I think the longer intro kind of lends itself to people kind of tuning out. So hopefully that'll grab their attention and we'll get a few more viewers. We have had, again, a lot of growth in the channel over the past couple of months. So again, appreciate you for that. All right, so getting to the news story. We talked a lot about Venetian and Palazzo not long ago when Sheldon Adelson passed. So let's return now and talk a little bit more about it. Now, I'm going to pull up, I was going to just read it verbatim. I'm going to pull up something on, it's actually, let's give credit where credit is due. It's from Fox 5, KVVU TV in Las Vegas. I find them to be a pretty good site. There's a lot of places you can go for Las Vegas news, but a lot of them, particularly like the Review Journal, you get limited to like 2 or 3 hits. And so I usually summarize most anything major that happened. So let's cover the basics here. The sale, $6.25 billion with a B. I did not look this up because I've been very lazy this weekend, but it's my belief that that's almost certainly the largest price ever paid for basically a single property. That does, however, include the Sands Convention Center, a place I have never been. I've never gone to a convention in Las Vegas. I'm not even sure how you get to the Sands Convention Center, but it is the second largest convention center in Las Vegas, trailing only the iconic official Las Vegas Convention Center. The properties are being acquired by 2 different companies, although essentially one of those companies is going to be basically running the operation. The Venetian itself, as well as the convention center, is being purchased by a company, I'm going to say it's pronounced Vici, V-I-C-I. I had to look up to do a little research on. And Vici actually was a company spun off from Caesars Entertainment at one point, and they actually officially own a good number of the Caesars properties around the United States, and then they again are in one of these leaseback arrangements, and that's the kind of arrangement they're going to have here. They dropped $4 billion on Venetian and on the Convention Center. And the other company is called Apollo. It's like Apollo, let me get the name right. Apollo Global Management. And they purchased outright the Palazzo for another $2.25 billion. The interesting thing is I couldn't really see that either of these companies has any sort of connection to gaming anywhere. I doubt it would be difficult for Apollo, should they choose to do so, to acquire a gaming license in Las Vegas. They seem a legitimate company, but whether they'll choose to do that or have yet another company actually run the operation. The interesting thing is they're, like I said, they will basically be paying, again, let me run this down. I think they said $250 million a year in rent to rent the convention center and the Venetian, and I think that's like on a 30-year deal. So I think the big news story here is that these companies want to invest in Nevada. The other one may be the fact that the Sands company has been really de-emphasizing its U.S. operations for quite a number of years. They're very successful, like in Macau, overseas, and that's been actually a bigger growth of revenue for them than anything here in the U.S. But again, a positive that we're seeing people want to come back to Vegas, want to invest in Vegas, and see a bright future in Las Vegas. When Adelson acquired the Sands back in 1989, it was in its final days. It obviously has a great history. You can see a picture right behind me of the Rat Pack, who performed there and individually and collectively for many years. It was a major sort of entertainment destination. But Adelson had a vision of a different kind of Las Vegas resort, one that would focus on the convention business, one that would derive a much greater source of its revenue from non-gaming activities, whether it be conventions or big-time nightclubs, major restaurants, shopping, entertainment. And it was a model that has been copied throughout much of Las Vegas over the past 25 odd years. So again, when you're talking about a property that's so focused on the convention business, hopefully we'll see that convention business start coming back towards the end of this year. And obviously that is the sense that these major investment companies have as far as making that come together. I never stayed at the Venetian or Palazzo. I've never really spent a whole lot of time there. I find the Palazzo kind of relaxing for whatever reason. The Venetian casinos always just kind of left me. But obviously a beautiful property. I still think the most beautiful sort of hotel lobby entryway anywhere. And they do pull off the theme of Venice, I think, very, very well. So we won't likely see much of any changes as far as how the property is going to operate until the deal closes, and that is expected to be sometimes towards the end of this year. But it's pretty much a done thing, and I doubt there'll be any sort of regulatory hurdles that will have to be leapt over in this case, because Apollo, like I said, doesn't really own anything or operate any casinos anywhere, so there wouldn't be any sort of antitrust sort of nonsense that you would have to worry about. So there you go. That's what I know. I've tried to sort of Reader's Digest condense it down into as easy to understand form as possible. But with these huge multi-billion-dollar deals, the arrangements and the financing is pretty crazy. So that's what we know. And you know what's also pretty crazy is that we haven't seen our friend PJ for like a month. He's in Atlantic City, or well, he was last night. Who knows where he is tonight? He could be in Las Vegas, but probably not. That's not for a few more, I think a couple of months. We'll see him in Vegas. But we're going to see him back on the show today with another classic, well, maybe not so classic cocktail. I've never heard of it before, but it sounds interesting. So why don't we go to the man himself and the cocktail of the week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous episode of Cocktail of the Week with your host, another professional bartender, PJ. Let's watch and see what fabulous cocktail PJ is whipping up for us today.
John, my friend, what a fantastic introduction you had again. And this, ladies and gentlemen, coming after a man who just spent almost a week in Las Vegas. John, how are you feeling after that fantastic trip to Las Vegas? I get it. I totally get it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? It's so nice to be back here on Cocktail of the Week. Well, I've got a fantastic cocktail for you today. This is called a Limon Latte Martini. Limon because, as you all know, I'm kind of a fan of rum chata, but I've not used limon rum chata. Also, vanilla vodka, which I have used a lot. As you can tell, this might be the last drink with this particular bottle. And to top it off, we have some cold brew coffee. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cold martini latte with cold brew coffee. So just 3 ingredients. We're gonna put these three ingredients into a shaker, shake them up, pour them into a martini glass, and serve it to me. Yes, serve it to me. But you guys can make this at home. Very easy, just 3 ingredients. All right, give me about 30 seconds and we'll get started. You got the clock on and click. My martini glass is chilling as we speak. These lovely, lovely ice cubes. You know, I keep trying to do different things to get these things to be clear. The only thing I can get clear on these things is like the top little piece. We're working on it. There is a secret, I know. The real problem is I don't have a big enough freezer for to make them properly. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is 2 ounces of our limon ranchada. I've never used this before. As you can tell, this is a fresh bottle. But 2 ounces, which I think is gonna be the whole bottle, so there's a little bit left. This is gonna be a one-take show, ladies and gentlemen. If I mess this up, oh well. All right, 2 ounces. 1 ounce of vanilla vodka. And I gotta tell you, this is Smirnoff's, so it's kind of middle of the road brand and price, but it is not bad. But I'm actually looking forward to trying some of the other flavored vodkas out there. Because before COVID, I really didn't get much into the flavored vodkas. All right, and now 2 ounces of my cold brew coffee. See if we can do a good pour here without spilling. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we're gonna do a little bit extra. There we go. I have a towel, let's use it. That's right, and you can get one of these fantastic Cocktail of the Week coffee mugs if you like. Leave details down below and I'll get back to you on that. All right, put the shaker on. And let's shake it up, guys. Give this a good shake. This is, I was gonna say it's similar to an espresso martini, but really it's not. It's not. It's its own martini. They should have just called it the limon coffee martini. I don't know. This is the name I saw. That's the name we'll go with. Ooh, baby, that's good. All right, let's get my martini glass out. That is a great little fridge. All right, pop that up there. And now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. You know how I can tell? Look at the foamy head there. Alrighty. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a coffee person, this is heaven. This is heaven. I'm gonna be bouncing off the ceiling tonight. Oh man, John, so good to be back here on Vegas Weekly. All right, and to top it off, we're gonna put on a couple little coffee beans. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the lemon latte martini. Oh baby, look at that sucker. That looks so good. Before we drink it, hopefully you can see, kind of see the foamy head starting up there at the top. John, to my host, cheers to you, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, without you, there wouldn't be John and me. Cheers to you all. Yes. Yes, indeed. God, this is really good. Oh. That limon ranchada, you can just taste a little bit. You can definitely taste the cold brew coffee and the vanilla vodka, but That limon. Something we haven't done on the show before, kind of unprofessional, but we're going to do it right here. I got to taste this by itself. Yeah. It kind of has a little lemon meringue taste to it. Yeah, it distinguishingly tastes itself now that I've done that. Ladies and gentlemen, try the lemon latte martini. Ramchata limon, vanilla vodka, and your favorite cold coffee. I was using Starbucks medium roast on this one, and then garnish it with a couple of coffee beans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please, as always, let's leave a comment down below. Thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You know, John has, what, 1,700 subscribers now? Or is it more than that? I should check. I don't know, but let's get him to 10,000. We're still shooting for that goal. He deserves it. He's a heck of a host here on Vegas Weekly. And now, John, in the words of PJ Cocktails, back to you, sir. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Thank you for watching Vegas Weekly and Cocktails of the Week. Stay tuned for another fabulous cocktail coming up soon.
Okay, BJ, thanks for that interesting looking cocktail. Very interesting mix of ingredients. Can I say interesting again? I probably can. Okay, very interesting. Thanks for all you do for the show. Thanks for the time you put into the Cocktail of the Week segment. And we're happy to have you back. Before we get to our Vegas tip or trick of the week, and it's a real lazy one, just like I've been really lazy all weekend, but our friend Pennies for Vegas has taken up the mantle of Vegas tips. That's right. He is doing a daily tip, and as someone that tried to do that in my Facebook group for the better part of a year or two, it's not as easy as it sounds. It's sometimes hard to find something that's novel and interesting, but I think he's done a really good job so far. So make sure you check out Pennies for Vegas, and so for more Vegas tips and tricks. I'll be back next week with something more profound, perhaps, or maybe we'll just start stealing the stuff Mark does. That could be fun. Wanted to shout out a couple new members of the channel. Thank you to Lockie Wells and Colin Waggett. Never met Lockie. Colin and I shared several beers and some good conversation at the Paris Hotel, probably about 2 years ago, really. I think it was around that time. And I look forward to meeting up with him again in Las Vegas and swapping some more Vegas stories. So thanks to those two new members of the channel. We will do a Wednesday show this week, and it promises to be the kind of train wreck you come to expect. I recorded several days ago the food segment, which has become either the most horrifying or the most popular part of the show. And so we will have a fun taste test of a couple new fast food menu items. So there you go, something to look forward to on Hump Day this week. So thanks again for everybody for tuning in. Sorry that we did not get this program up at its normal time. We will try to do better next week, and we will try to have more exciting news, cocktails, and Vegas tips and tricks. And until then, I hope that you have a great and lucky week. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.